I'm probably going to get into a lot of trouble for today's topic. Juicing. Should we be juicing? Yeah. My name is Dr. Sass. I'm a public health specialist. All things health and wellness is my passion. Ha. So, what's a big bit about fruit juicing? Is it healthy for us? What should we be doing about it, really? So then let's go back a little bit to when we talked about sugars. I did talk about some sugars being naturally occurring in fruits. And then by that essence, then fruits are healthy. But then remember how fruits come naturally, yeah? So if we take an orange, it's enclosed by its peel, and then inside it has fiber, and then inside it we have the juice, which has the sugar. So when we talked about the simple sugars and the complex carbohydrates, is such that when we juice, we denature the orange in its essence. We extract the sugar from the fiber by juicing, vis-a-vis someone who peels off the orange and eats it. What's the difference? If I eat sugar, the table sugar, it goes into my body and rapidly it's absorbed into glucose and then giving me energy, and the excess is stored as fat, yeah? But then this happens in a very steep spike, meaning that I am giving my body very, very high sugars in very short amount of time that it's unable to use all of it. So then most of it is going to end up into fat cells as fat, really, yeah? Juicing is the same thing, yeah? Your body doesn't care where it's getting its sugar from, especially the simple sugars. So if you're drinking Coke, you're drinking juice, you're eating sugar, it's the same thing. Your body recognizes that as sugar, and the impacts are the same. You get sugar spike, you get glucose spikes, you're triggering your insulin and all its dysregulatory functions, especially if you're constantly taking high amounts of simple sugars. Why am I saying this? When you eat your fruit, you eat it together with the fiber. So if I eat an orange and I give you fruit juice, it's not the same thing. One, you're basically doing a bolus. You're giving your body a very big bolus of sugar. So you that has taken fruit juice and Coca-Cola, then there's really no difference. If you tell me that it has vitamins, that's true, but then the impact of the sugar in it is the same as for someone who's taking Coca-Cola. So one glass of orange juice will take around 4 to 5 oranges. I dare you to go and eat in one sitting all the time those number of oranges. And when you eat an orange, in its essence, the fiber slows down the absorption of glucose. So then instead of a sharp peak of glucose, you have kind of a gradual absorption of glucose. One glass of orange has around 22 grams of sugar. 1 teaspoon of sugar is 4 grams. That's roughly 6 teaspoons of sugar, almost a comparable amount that is in Coca-Cola. And then if you look at your daily limits, what's the global guidance or what the health experts advise us to take in terms of sugar per day, we're talking about 25 grams for ladies and around 30 to 35 for men. So if you're taking 1 glass of juice, orange juice, then you're kind of there, yeah, with just 1 glass of orange juice. But that said, I'm not saying stop taking your fruit juices. I'm just saying be very cognizant of what your health goals are. And if you notice that you're not losing weight, then look around at what your health habits are. If you've watched my video on how to reduce on the glucose hacks, I'll put a link here and in my description. Please check the hacks that I talked about. There are some, take your fruit juice as you want. Let it not be a daily habit, a frequent habit. Don't feed fruit juices to your kids. Let them eat whole fruits. It's healthy for them. Yeah. And then also, if you want some hacks around this, is such that maybe use the slow juicers. Again, remember that you're still denaturing the fruit, so then the sugars might still be very high. Practice blending, blending, where you're putting your fruits but then add the veggies for extra fiber, so that you're slowing down the process. Then don't take it on an empty stomach. Remember the correct sequencing of food. Eat your fiber, take your protein and your fats, then your carbohydrates and the sugars. This still applies. It can also be a dessert where you're eating it right at the end of your meals. So, if you're aiming for weight loss, if you're aiming for an adequate healthy lifestyle, if you're having lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, if you're having chronic fatigue, all the negative side effects of constant high blood sugar, then juicing is probably something you might want to review. Thank you for taking your time. If you like the content, if you'd like to see more of this, please subscribe, share with your friend, and see you next time.